Righto guys, well, as you can see, not in Kansas anymore. In fact, we've come down to Melbourne. My first ever trip to Melbourne. Successfully managed a hook turn. I did avoid them for quite some time.
Me too, and I live here.
And now I've embraced the hook turn. If you're not sure what that is, Google search hook turn Melbourne.
Good fun.
I don't know too many people that turn right from the left-hand lane, but here in Melbourne, it's a thing. Anyway, enough of that. Today, any of you guys who are on Instagram will need no introduction to Nick. Lawns and Good Nick has been kind enough to let me come over here today. I'm gonna have a little bit of a behind the scenes look at what goes on here.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a look at his Kikuyu lawn and talk about his Mow Master, heights of cut, projects he's got on the go.
Yep.
And just have a bit of fun.
Yeah, it's always plenty happening here,
mate. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, welcome, welcome.
Someone's having a go.
Something's going quick.
Yeah. Rightio, so here we are on the famous Kikuyu lawn.
Let's not use those terms too loosely, mate. It's just grass.
I love this guy. He talks it right down. It's just grass.
Yep.
Mowing's mowing.
Yep.
Really humble guy. Recently, you had this turned into a mini AFL field.
Yeah, mate. That was a lot of fun.
Tell me about that.
That was a lot of fun. So I had the idea, basically, it's March now, so I had the idea basically a year ago for the AFL Grand Final to, I came out with a tape and sort of just checked how much the dimensions were going to have to change. And yeah, I made up, actually the goalposts are just over there. We could whack them in the ground, have a kick. But
that would be embarrassing for some.
How much I needed to shrink the ground by to fit it in here. So yeah, I had the goals at either end, and it was just a process of liquid feeding all throughout winter, and then coming into spring, just getting it looking absolutely prime for kind of mid-September, so I could do all my recording, get all the line marking done, edit the content and get it up in time for the AFL Grand Final at the start of Grand Final week. And in terms of social media content, it went about as well as you could possibly hope for anything to go. So,
and you got a bit of media coverage out of it as well. It attracted the attention of some television and
it was a slow news week. So
slow news week, so they came out to Nick's place.
Yeah, so there was a few bits of TV. It was one of those little flash in a pan sort of big story for a day or two there, and it was really, really cool. So the kids enjoyed having a kick of the footy out here, and it was just kind of something that often I think when we're sort of talking about social media in general before, sometimes you got a really good video and you're like, oh, I can't wait to share this, and it just flops and you're like, what? And then some random crappy video that you don't put any effort into gets heaps of views, and you're like,
that'd be my videos.
So
the crappy ones that get a lot of views.
Yeah, mate, that was a really cool project. It all came together. It was a lot of effort, but it was pretty cool to make use of this yard. Excellent.
Talk to me about what we're dealing with here, mate. You say we've got Kikuyu here?
We've got kike, just working with the existing kike. So I've had a few people suggest of replacing it with cooch over my time here in comment sections, and it's 470 square metres. So to replace 470 squares,
pretty decent sized backyard,
is it would be a lot of effort to do that. So just working with the kike that I've got here, and I think you definitely you look after it, and it can work well for you. It's about 4 weeks post a big heavy scalp and scarify now. Really good. There's a little bit of fungal disease in here, which we we're just talking about as well. So I'll hold off.
This time of year is particularly of Kikuyu, and maybe even a little bit of buffalo. If you're having a look, you will see it's fairly common at the moment. You'll have the dark lesions and spots and stuff like that on Kikuyu, and there is a little bit here. And if you're looking to sort of treat that, a broad spectrum fungicide would do the trick. I sort of sit back a little bit myself and just see if it self-repairs. If it doesn't, if it seems to be getting worse, then I'm going to look at doing something about it. But I don't, if this was mine right here, right now, I actually don't see the point in treating it at this point in time, especially got kids around as well and all that sort of stuff.
So, fungicides, like I have to use a whole bottle of Impala as well to treat this back lawn. And so about a week ago, it was looking about the same as it is now. And kind of 3-4 days ago, maybe 4 or 5 days, it was looking worse. So I'm like, we're trending the right way. I'll hold off as long as I can on a fungicide and just, good cultural practices and everything. I've still got a bit in the catcher, having mowed this yesterday for the Mow Master giveaway.
Yes, the Mow Master giveaway. We did that yesterday. That was amazing.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was really, really cool to be a part of that with Shane. So obviously you've done some work with Shane too.
From Lawn Culture.
James!
How you going?
G'day mate, how are you?
No way!
Do you know who we are?
I do?
Yeah, mate. How's your Friday going? Shane?
No,
the winner, James.
The winner. James,
yes.
So James, was very fortunate. He was the one that won the Mow Master.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Speaking of which, let's have a look at your mower of choice.
Let's do it. So mate, this is the Mow Master HC26, so it's a high cut model, but I have been able to drop it right down to 5mm, as low as 5mm. My most recent scalp, which was really, really good.
Yep.
So yeah, 10 blade reel and yeah, 26 inch. It was something I was tossing up in with this yard. I was using my old 20-inch mass sport up until about a year and a half ago, and yeah, definitely needed to upgrade. And I was sort of tossing up 26, 28 inch, and then my wife surprised me for my birthday, which was...
That was pretty good, yeah.
Pretty nice.
But
yeah, so, and they, in that process with Luke at Mow Master, decided on the 26. So yeah, I've been loving it. I probably could use 28. You probably got some clips there of me showing off with some of the turns and stuff.
Well,
now that I'm
I was
used
going
to
to say, it's quite heavy, and it does take a bit of effort to swing this big girl around.
Yeah, well, it's 209 kilos.
209 kilos.
Yeah, definitely. I've definitely learned how to use it now. I've had it, a year and a half, and so know how to maneuver it fairly well now. Still need to be careful in certain spots.
Mate, I was watching you there before, and hopefully I've got it on camera there, but the way he lines up those garden edges, it's like you just want to shut your eyes, but no, he's got his precision operation down to a T. Not your first rodeo at all.
I mean, when you're mowing, you know, 3-4 times a week, well, 2 or 3 probably, but yeah, it's you get enough practice. So yeah, it's definitely an incredible machine. So
10 blade reel.
10 blade, yeah, and cutting at 20mm. So I've always talked about on my social media about how I'm more than happy to cut up at 20, 22, even 25.
Yeah, I'm a big believer when it comes to Kikuyus and buffaloes and things like that. The broader the leaf, personally I just like to keep them a bit taller. And I think this looks amazing at 20, even right up to, as you say, 25. If anyone's after suggestions there for Kikuyu, high to cut with one of these, all day long, 20 to 25. When you get down too much beneath that, it does start to get a bit stalky. But just here, it gives it the opportunity to have a nice amount of leaf on the plant, and you get these amazing stripes.
Well, that's one of my main reasons for it, is like a mow out here does take, you know, a double cut 40, 45 minutes. And so I'd rather be at 20 to 25, mowing 2, maybe 3, or sort of 5 times a fortnight, call it, rather than being at 10 and needing to, obviously, if we're not talking about PGRs or anything, but needing to mow a lot more frequently.
That's right, because the shorter the height to cut, the more frequently you are going to cut. And let's be honest, that might suit some of us, but when you've got other things going on around you, it's all got to be balanced out.
So I did cut it at 12 after a reno last, probably basically a year ago. And like, I liked it. It was all right, but yeah, just the frequency of mowing and the look of it and all that sort of thing. You know, obviously more leaf, you know, taller cut, more leaf to roll over, and sort of what I enjoy the most about lawn care. Some people really enjoy trying to cut 7-8mm and get as low as they can. Love that. And when I get some cooch, I think I'll probably be cranking that load too. But
so
for
we'll
me,
touch on that a bit later on, because that's one of the upcoming projects.
But awesome. Kike at 20 odd, you know, nice pronounced stripes, especially when I can do so much with patterns on this back lawn. That suits me.
Perfect. Right, so we'll leave the back lawn alone for a moment, and we'll have a little look see at some of the other things that you've been doing here. And one of them that I find really impressive is, we'll turn this camera around, is your new, let's call it outdoor entertaining area.
Yeah, I've been calling it feature garden.
Feature garden. So we've got an amazing little setup here with the ornamental grasses. We've got raised, what's that stuff called, mate?
Planters.
Planters.
Steel,
that's
steel beds.
And it's just this really nice, vibey native garden going on.
Yeah, I love this whole area, to be honest. Yeah, I sort of probably September, late September last year. This was just blank Kikuyu. When we moved in, there was a lemon tree down there, which I moved to that back corner. But yeah, so came through, sprayed it a couple of times, scraped it with an excavator, took out 25 or so cubes of old Kikuyu infested, really heavy, loamy sort of soil, clay sort of soil. And then yeah, came through, all new soil, obviously all the rock and stuff into there for the fire pit, and yeah, laid about 70 or so square meters of buffalo in there, of soft leaf buffalo prestige. And then yeah, there's about 70 or so, mostly natives through here. And yeah, a few little dwarf eucalyptus trees and things like that. So when this all grows through, got beautiful color and everything through it, just to add that variation to the yard and color and a nice area to sit and have a beer around the fire, is yeah, really proud of this area. I'm loving it.
I'm getting the vibe, so we might have to put that to the test later.
Yeah.
I think we might have a quiet one over there. It'd be almost
think so.
rude not to.
I think so.
But yeah, no, looking really good. So we've got some dichondra going on here as a little feature between the feature planks, which separate our Prestige buffalo, you said? Prestige?
Prestige soft leaf, yep.
Yep, and obviously our Kikuyu section here, so nice little transition with that.
Yeah, I've grown this from seed as well, which has been
Yep.
fun, the dichondra, so that's all grown in nicely. And yeah, the buffalo, put it through its paces. There's a few videos I've got up where, yeah, gave it a top dress the day after I laid it, and I did another top dress again. Probably start of Jan, so a couple of months ago, I gave it another heavy top dress, and so yeah, there's been a fair bit of buffalo content going on, but as of right now, we've had some recent really nice heavy rain, and it's looking quite nice, so yeah.
Very good. Well, let's move on and see what else is going on, or what's happened, or what's going to happen, and yeah, happy days.
Yep.
Okay, as you can see beneath us and around us, there's a little bit of a project happening at the moment.
Yep, mate. So yeah, we've done a ryegrass oversow out here, so which is not necessarily going to plan, which we just record a video out here.
So check out Nick's video, because we actually go into some depth about what's happening here, but we'll just brush over it for now. We'll just sort of, so there's going to be some changes though.
Yeah. So basically out here, ever since we moved in, which is 2.5 or so years ago, we haven't necessarily loved the layout of this front yard, and it's 5 awkward sections. Probably in the shot there is some of these, like, you probably can overlay, but some raised pavers and stuff like that, which is just an absolute nightmare for the reel of a cylinder mower. And behind us here,
yeah, it's not friendly, is it, at all, to a cylinder mower?
So looking to these top couple of sections here, closest to the road, make that one section of lawn. Over here, make this particular section bigger and put that path closer to the house. So yeah, sort of make this 1, 2, and the nature strip sections of lawn. Make some of the garden beds a little bit bigger, just make better use of the space, fix up some of the raised and cracked asphalt that's around here, and put in some new edging and that sort of stuff.
Freshen up, tidy up.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. It's sort of just not ideal the way it looks at the moment, and it's a great opportunity to install some irrigation and
I think
a new
irrigation
variety of lawn.
is the key. If you're going to the trouble of installing a new lawn, you
yeah.
really need to try and squeeze it into your budget. Is at least pop-up ground irrigation, but ideally controlled by a water computer or irrigation controller, just because it makes life a lot easier. Then you can also, most of them can be linked up to weather stations as well for efficiency. But tell me this, you're actually crossing over to the dark side. You're getting rid of the Kikuyu.
Yeah, look, definitely. I've always been keen to get a bit of cooch somewhere. So yeah, I'll look forward to that. And
excellent.
Cutting in a nice 10-12 mil, something like that, and yeah, it will be really cool. And yeah, like five sections out here to manually water has been a pain. When we first moved in, moving sprinklers around my backyard when I first did a renovation and stuff, just a nightmare. So to have it all set up on the app will be amazing. So
yeah, for sure.
All those projects, got a baby coming in a few months. So yeah, I'll be starting to do this pretty soon and starting to get
excellent. So we'll see all that on your channel.
Yeah, like there'll be a fair amount of that. The laying turf, so if we can harvest turf in June, July and lay turf then, depending what sort of winter we have, we'll start to winter. Hopefully be able to lay some turf then. If not, I'll probably do an annual rye or something like that for a few months just as ground cover, to not have exposed soil there, getting compacted with the winter rain. And lay some turf in spring. So yeah, definitely plenty to come in that regard for sure.
I like it. Well, I don't know about you, but it must be 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yes, it is, but you got to finish mowing the back lawn first.
Oh,
then
so this is not a free ride.
Earn yourself a beer from that.
Right, so I've got to go. Oh, actually, hang on. I got to look at this other way. I get to mow that lawn.
You get to, or you have to.
Could be interesting.
Bit of both. Mate, thanks for coming down.
Anytime, mate. Anytime. Am I welcome back?
You? Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, I guess so. Depends if you pay for dinner or not.
No,
mate. Well, you better get to work and start mowing. But yeah, hopefully. Do you like Kikuyu a little bit better now that you've seen this?
Oh, look, I think it's amazing.
If only there wasn't a little bit of disease in there, maybe.
Oh,
but
look, you're not Robinson Crusoe there, mate. I think there's a few people in the same boat.
Yeah.
But no, look, at the end of the day, look, regardless of what I say on camera about Kikuyu, this is a really impressive lawn. You should be very, very proud of yourself.
That's what a lot of people, what comes with the house as well. So stay tuned for Kikuyu content.
Mate, had a fantastic time down here in Melbourne.
Beautiful,
We've enjoyed the show. We've enjoyed the hospitality. Not so much those hook turns.
Get mowing.
Oh. How do I drive it? Does this make me more like you?
Yeah, I like it. I like it.